What is going on, everyone? Welcome back into the Bears Den, an NFL podcast with the Chicago Bears First Focus, here with an emergency type video. Micah Parsons is a Green Bay Packer, and it's a complete gut punch. It's a complete stab in the heart to say that. It's extremely frustrating to say that, right? For the Packers fans that might tune in, congratulations. You guys just landed yourself the best defensive player in the league. Really just insane stuff, right? Micah Parsons going to Green Bay from Dallas for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. He's going to be signing a $188 million deal where he's getting $136 million guaranteed. So it's a huge contract. The Packers now have 60% of their salary cap tied up between Micah Parsons and Jordan Love. As a Bears fan, it's extremely frustrating. It's extremely frustrating, right? And I'm sure I'm feeling right now what many Packers fans felt back in 2018 when the Bears were able to trade for Khalil Mack, right? Who was the best edge rusher in the game at the time. I tweeted this because this has been rumored for a couple days. There were former Packers players like John Kuhn tweeting a couple days ago, Micah Parsons. It kind of seemed like there was a lot of talk that Micah was going to be a Packer. I tweeted a couple days ago that I don't think it puts them over the top because I think their quarterback, Jordan Love, puts a hard cap on their ceiling, right? I don't think they can get past the divisional round with Jordan Love. I just don't think you can get, I don't think there's a world where Green Bay is ever going to be the 1 seed, right? With Philly and Detroit being there. So that means that they have to win 3 playoff games to get to the Super Bowl. I don't think you can get 3 straight good, protect the football games from Jordan Love in the playoffs. So I don't think this puts them over the top. But my God, as a Bears fan, I do not want to play against Micah Parsons twice a year. And, I was just chatting with my dad a little bit ago, and he says that as far as the Bears go, he doesn't think it matters that much because Ben Johnson will scheme correctly and get the ball out of Caleb's hands quickly. But it's just extremely frustrating, right? Because we have an issue at left tackle, right? And I don't really want to be lining up Braxton Jones or a rookie and Ozzie Trapelo, who could be a very good left tackle for us down the line, against the best edge rusher in the league. And edge is that's our biggest hole on the team besides left tackle. And somehow Green Bay got Micah Parsons for just 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. And Ryan Poles, could we have not done that? Could we have, at the very least, driven up the price? Could we have been on the phone and had a little bidding war so that Green Bay would have had to pay more? I mean, 2 first-round picks is nothing for this type of player who's had 52 sacks in 4 seasons, which is just insane. And you think about it, and if you compare it to who the Bears have in Montez Sweat, that's a guy who has 47 sacks in 7 seasons. So you'd be getting double the player, and yeah, it's double the money compared to Montez Sweat, but we have a problem on defensive line, and this trade would have fixed that. And I just don't understand. If Ryan Poles didn't go all in on this, when will he, if he ever will? I mean, you have Caleb Williams, you have Luther Burden, Colston Loveland, Rome Odunze, Tyreek Stevenson, Gervon Dexter, all on rookie contracts. What are we doing? What are we waiting for? Now's the time to go. Because in 3 to 4 years, you're going to have to pay Caleb Williams. Because I'm confident he's going to be that guy. And he's going to be getting, $65 million a year, whatever the number will be down the road, $70 million a year. He's on the rookie deal now. You go for this type of trade now. Players like this don't become available very often, right? We haven't seen an edge rusher like this become available since really Khalil Mack, right? Of this caliber. Trey Hendrickson, there were talks, right? But the Bengals got it done. So I don't really understand what Ryan Poles is doing, right? We're spending $48 million on Dio Odangbo in the offseason, who is a project defensive end, a project edge rusher who Ryan Poles said himself said, we think his best days are ahead of us. He's got 16 and a half sacks in 4 seasons compared to Micah Parsons, who has 52 in 4 seasons. So we have a general manager that is taking chances on maybe guys who might have better days ahead versus known Hall of Fame type quantity players. And that's what's extremely frustrating to me. And it's extremely frustrating to know that Ryan Poles this offseason got an extension. So he's not going to be negatively affected by this at all. And look, I'm not one of those fans that thinks that, we deserve every single top player. We should be getting every single player. But we could have beat this offer. We could have beat this offer. We could have given them Montez Sweat. Right? In a perfect world, we pair Montez Sweat with Micah Parsons. And then we probably have the best pass rush in the league, maybe second to the Giants. But if they wanted 2 firsts and Montez Sweat, we could have done that. If they wanted Montez Sweat and 3 firsts, we could have done that. Because we have the quarterback, we have the receivers, 2 receivers, we have a tight end on a rookie deal, we have a defensive tackle on a rookie deal, we have a cornerback 2 on a rookie deal. Jalen Johnson's already paid. Cole Kmet is paid. DJ Moore is paid. What are we waiting for? If not now, when? Because this current state of the Bears, as much as I love the improvements that have been made, and I expect the team to make the playoffs, you guys will see in the prediction video later, which I now have to redo after this trade to Green Bay, the team is not good enough yet. The defensive line is not good enough. We saw it, albeit preseason, right? But we just saw it against the Chiefs. And yes, we were missing some starters. Tremaine Edmonds was out. Jalen Johnson was out. Grady Jarrett wasn't playing. But we saw Patrick Mahomes have all day to throw and go right down the field multiple times. And we saw Dayo Odengbo, our big offseason signing, get clamped by Josh Simmons, the Chiefs' rookie left tackle. And look, I'm not a Dayo Odengbo hater, right? I think that, there's a world where he could become a solid edge rusher for us, right? But serious general managers don't give $48 million to guys who might have their best days ahead of them. That's a cap hit. That's a contract that is crippling. Because it makes trades for guys like Micah Parsons or Trey Hendrickson that much more difficult. Because you slim down the cap and you then can't be like, hey, Dio, we signed you in March and you're now traded in August. That's just a terrible thing to do. So I'm back on the Ryan Poles hate train for now. Look, he brought in the right head coach, right? He brought in the best coaching candidate in Ben Johnson. Grateful for that. He upgraded the offensive line. Grateful for that. But he took tight end at number 10. And look, I think Colston Loveland's going to be a great player. I think that he'll probably end up being tight end 1 by a certain point. And I know that Ben Johnson loves to run the 12 formation, but that's not what we needed. Holes are present on the defensive line. And holes are present at left tackle. And so it's extremely frustrating to watch our biggest rival get the best player available. And now we have to deal with that twice a year. And look, I don't think Green Bay is going to, I don't think this moves their stock that much. I actually think in the long term it hurts them, right? They're not going to be able to pay a lot of guys. I think 2 or 3 years from now, they're going to be pretty weak, right? With 60% of their cap in Jordan Love and Micah Parsons. But they're in a win now scenario, right? Some people think Matt LaFleur might be on the hot seat. GM obviously on the hot seat, taking a big swing. But it's scary for this year. And it's frustrating. And as far as Dallas goes, I don't know what the hell Dallas is doing. I mean, we saw it earlier this year with Luka Doncic getting traded. And now Micah Parsons is out the door. I'd be completely sick if I was a Dallas sports fan. And Jerry Jones is a moron. I don't like to come on here and, insult professionals, but he's a moron for this trade. Not only is trading Micah Parsons moronic, but trading him for just 2 firsts and Kenny Clark, who is washed, is just It's insane. It's the same level of ridiculousness as the Luka Doncic trade with the Mavericks. It's just insane. You have homegrown talent that has been there, that has provided for you, that has made your team better, and you're trading them away for fucking bag of chips. I think that might be the first time I've sworn on this channel. It's not a good day to be a Bears fan. It's not. I'm sure I'm feeling how Packers fans felt back in 2018. But as we saw back then, it made the Bears better, but it did not push them over the top. And I think this will be the same for the Packers. Let me know what you guys think down below. I see a lot of people online saying that Green Bay is now the NFC Super Bowl favorite. I'm going to check the odds right now, actually. Bear with me, because this is going to be an unedited video. I'm not editing this. This is going straight up. This is this is one of those sports moments where you don't forget where you are, right? Like I did not I still vividly remember where I was when Khalil Mack was traded to the Bears. And I'm not going to forget when Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers. It's disgusting saying that. I'm pulling these odds up really quick because I want to see the Super Bowl odds. Green Bay is now 6th at plus 1400, and they're still behind Detroit. So that tells you what you need to know, right? But to the Packers fans that tune in, congratulations. You guys just landed yourself the best defensive player in the league. Hopefully your quarterback does not throw your season away like he did against San Francisco 2 years ago. No, but that's it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. The other predictions videos for the other divisions are going to be coming up within the next week. Those will all be out before the Cowboys-Eagles game next week. But now I have to kind of restructure my NFC playoff predictions a little bit because I do think this trade changes some things. So bear with me there. Those videos will be out soon. As always, I appreciate you guys listening. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Really helps me out. We're going to have a great year of growth for the channel. And yeah, screw the Packers. Bear down. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.